Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make 3 different types of gears in Roblox Plain Crazy. Yes, you may remember I did a how-to video of how to use like several different blocks, including the hover block, propellers, and whatnot. And I'm filming this on my iPad and like my laptop last time because I am not a very big fan of using keybinds. Now, if you're going to yell at me in the comments and call me the iPad kid, no. I will literally remove those comments. I have the full control of the channel, as everybody may know. Don't mind this noob over here. I'm a pretty good designer, aren't I? Leave a comment. Anyway, let's start with the first gear out of the 3. Oh, and this is kind of what my setup is, by the way, so you might see this for a split second. I'm going to blur the gears that you cannot see yet, because they will be seen in the camera view. Alright, let's see the first one. So this is simple. It is called a cylinder gear. In this case, I'm using a 1:5 gear ratio, so if this rotates once, then that would rotate 5 times. Now, this is incredibly consistent with high speed, but if you didn't just hear me talk about the gear ratio, then I want you to be able to turn your head so that you can read this at the same time. So that you can see if this rotates once, this rotates 5 times. I also thought earlier this was an error with the motor. It's perfectly fine. It's just inconsistent at the speed. It's pretty simple to make. In this case, this is a 1:5 ratio, so every time this rotates, this blue circle rotates once, the red circle rotates 5 times, which allows for some crazy speed. I used this on a recent project. It was a hover engine car, except it used turbines and not pistons, which is my own concept. If you take that from me, I will track you down. Not actually. On to the next gear. I'm just going to turn this off. Whoops. I do not know my own camera system. These are the bevel and crown gears. I got this from a YouTube video. I'll put their channel up here. I guess this is an honorable mention, because these are really effective, like, for cars. Again, in my hover engine car project, I use these. If the blue one rotates once, and the red one rotates, I do not know how many times, because, my goodness, I do not know everything about gear ratios. I do know simple ratios, like with the cylinder gears from earlier. These ones. What the? That was kind of weird. Anyway, back over here. These ones are pretty complicated to make, but if you're experienced in playing crazy, like you're a senior playing crazy player, then you probably know how to build these just by looking at them. Comments down below if you are a senior playing crazy player. Alright, on to the third gears. Video flying by really fast. Now this is probably well, it's the least consistent gear. Like the least consistent ones. These are called half-block gears. Like, what is this consistency? Look at this red one. And this is also a simple 1:1 ratio. Like, this is a 1:1 ratio. And they got stuck. Let me reload it. Just going to... It got stuck earlier. Gonna be honest with you, this is not very consistent. I would not recommend using this unless you are better using compressed blocks, because there are invisible compressed blocks that you cannot see right now. Again, if the blue one rotates once, the red one rotates once. Now that was a pretty quick video, wasn't it? I don't care, I'm gonna make it longer. This is my hover engine car. It's using turbines, because I'm not the best, but see, here's an example of 2 of them. Up there is this is a 5:1, and not a 1:5. I needed the additional torque to move the car. It's powered by one of the turbines. This turbine over here is just, it just sits there because I was having the same issue as helicopters if they didn't have tail propellers. Like, they would just crash to the ground and they wouldn't be able to make a specific turn. So I had that problem and I fixed it. And then this over here is an example of the crown and bevel gear. So this thing is actually pretty dang fast. I integrated some headlights and some brake lights. Oh, and we're off. And a horn. Beep beep. This has a 50-degree turn radius using the motor too. And this thing goes pretty fast. I am in a private server, so I don't know if you can see the gravity slider, but you can set it to 0 gravity or 300. I'm going to keep it at 180. Probably just going to slip it down to 90, 89, 0. Weep. This thing actually doesn't have a gyroscope. Don't ask me how it's driving without one. I also have some pretty strong brakes, but... So typically, brakes beat engine, but in this case, engine beats brakes. If I'm too loud, you can always just turn your computer, TV, etc. volume down. If you're watching on an iPad, comment down below. Gotta say, iPads are pretty superior. And no, there are devices that could be better than it, but in my personal opinion, I like iPads. One problem is the wheel. It's really bumpy. Kind of hard to control where you're turning. But, gotta say, it's pretty worth it to use some of those gears. This YouTuber is, like, again on the screen, but very awesome. Not much else besides I'm gonna show off my microwave, because nobody likes short videos, right? I mean, this is just a microwave. It makes sounds and everything. It makes a ton of sounds. I'm gonna heat for like 5 seconds. And you just open it up. Like, it literally spins. Back here, and there's a secret door. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas for me to build stuff in Playing Crazy, then always comment down below. There is no need to hesitate when you speak. Like, just share your words, man. Share your words. Your words matter. Have a great day. I will see you in the next one.